Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another interesting episode of Leisure Podcast, where we discuss issues impacting the economy, the society, and real estate in general. I remain your host, Matthew Joseph. Today, we have a legal professional and a property expert in our midst, a respected barrister that we always call whenever he's in town. He's no other person but barrister Oluwaseun Ade Ojo. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Matthew Joseph.
Barrister, is real estate overpriced in Nigeria?
That's very true. I agree with you, especially with most developers concentrating on the urban areas alone, and that has make real estate looks something that is not affordable. It's been overpriced as far as me I'm concerned.
So why are developers always preaching affordability if you're saying it's not?
Affordability is a relative statement because I don't know what they mean. What is affordable when likes of few of them? If we have to use Abuja as a case study, you can't be building in Jai and we, and they said Maitama Guzapi, where you are selling property as high as 300 million, 400 million for a terrace duplexes.
So properties in those locations, are you now saying they have been overpriced?
Yeah, they have been overpriced because the challenge we have is that we have a small space within the urban area and everybody want to develop, the city center, and everybody want to develop within the city center
live in the city center.
and live in the city center. That is the challenge. If we spread our development to other areas, the neighboring, closer by to the city center, those places when they are developed, everybody won't have one way to scramble to live within the urban area of like these places I've called Wuye, Maitama, Guzape, and the rest of them.
But those areas you're mentioning, there are no transportation facilities. So how do you expect people to live in those areas and still come to work?
If you push a drive down there, the government will follow you down there.
Okay.
If you don't push a drive down to the crowd there, make affordable houses around there and look at the population there. Government enjoys a lot of taxes from buildings and the rest of it. So they will surely change the channel and get infrastructure closer there too.
Okay, so Barrister, if you say real estate is being overpriced, the cost of acquiring land in Guzape or Maitama, is it the same as those areas you mentioned?
My challenge is that everybody want to buy Guzape and Maitama, especially the developers. So because the developers are greedy in persons, and in greedy, most of them are greedy because they want to make almost as much as 1,000 profits margin.
Okay.
Because they want to drive a luxury car, they want to be notable.
Those profit margins is why they are in business.
Everybody surely going to make profits in their business. Every investment deserves a profit. But exactly. So you don't go into a just small area where there will be so much to be scrabbling for it. Automatically, you know, like when we have going to be like an availability of 10 oranges in the market, and everybody there's pineapple. But everybody now choose the choice of every other fruits available. Yes. And you said, oh no, we all want orange. The orange seller will surely take advantage of that. Oh, since the 20 people want orange,
so that's
let me increase the price.
And who can pay that price?
Very few.
But those that knows the importance of oranges and the nutrient they want to get from it will be willing to pay that price.
It's only the only nutrient that is available. Fruits is the only orange that gives the nutrient as expected, as demanded medically.
But it gives you natural vitamin C.
Other food don't give you vitamin C.
Well, we'll need to ask.
I'm not a specialist in it. A nutritionist will tell me that I'm sure beyond orange, other foods gives you Nutri-C too.
That's true.
So why the clamor of Nutri-C just orange alone? So the major problem we have regards to this issue of overpricing is that everybody is dragging to get into Wuye. I'll tell you as an example of Wuye.
Okay.
I've been in Abuja for a while. Just that bridge. As soon as the book was started that can go through to Wuye, the Wuye price just jumped. Okay, just everything, bah.
That's an advantage.
That's an advantage. If this same advantage run to other places. People have been building in Wuyi before government saw reason to go and get that bridge to link
to connect
the place.
Yes.
As a result, it affected the location. If look at likes of Lugbe,
Okay. The airport road.
Airport Road. Few years back, everybody feel Lugbe is far away
From the city
from
center.
the city center.
Everybody is crapping to live in Lugbe now.
Thank you for the few initiative from few developers that decided to make that place affordable.
Yes.
And I can tell you,
too.
yes, habitable. And I can tell you of a fact that even the government itself, they find it that they have to just accept what is happening there. Even as our dear minister wants to do some regulations and all that, but when times you see the numbers of dwelling
Already existing
there,
Yes.
he has to just adjust his regulation to suit in to accommodate those people living there.
Because they gave that place a facelift.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that automatically did not bring the rules of trying to say, okay, building approval as a challenge, that you have not been able to acquire a building approval before developing that area. That was automatically consummated to like, oh, let's regularize them. Than to come and say you want to demolish such vast developments. If the same development drive goes to as far as Kuje,
Okay.
go as far as Karo, Kuruju, I think the rush in the city center will drop.
But sir, can you say for a fact that the cost of transportation and the time spent on the road from Kuje to the city center, the tear and wear that people go through, can it be measured with somebody that stays
Like I mentioned
in
earlier,
the city center?
you see, one thing about those places that you see that is far away,
Yes,
if not for the general issue of insecurity in Nigeria,
which is also
which is also something to
look
be of
at.
concern
Yes.
of. I don't think any tears and wears for a reason that you have to live in those distance environments.
coming
Coming
to
to
work.
it's not possible that everybody has to have a resident within the city center. And my own belief is personal to me.
Okay.
Why is residential being encouraged in city centers like this? It's supposed to be a commercial driven environment. It's supposed to be somewhere where we all come from different locations to just come and enjoy the commercial environment.
But
And we
for
turn
the
back
likes
to
of the
our
insecurity you mentioned, the cost of transportation and living, that's
Cost-
why everybody wants to
cost
live
of
in the
transportation
city
is telling on everybody.
Okay.
Even these old people living in the city center, they are still buying the cost of fuel. Yeah, the distance might be,
distance is not the
but
same.
luckily for the government regulations and government, the innovation where they have introduced likes of the CNG and the rest of them.
vehicles. Okay.
And very soon, maybe if individual can afford the electric cars that is coming up, but there are already the mass electric buses being introduced.
Okay.
So what I just see in this whole thing is that if we don't develop those areas, the government might not be encouraged to bring infrastructure close to us.
So who
Even the
develop
same
those areas?
security-
Is it not the government that's supposed to develop those areas?
In life,
Yes.
if the husband is not doing well,
Okay.
the wife can push the husband. So we are all for ourselves.
How
But
about
government,
if the wife doesn't have the capacity?
he has where he plays her own role.
Okay.
If you want to get money from the husband, he knows the tactics he uses in getting money from the husband.
Oh, wives will be very interested.
So wives knows how to get money from their men.
That's true.
Like my popular saying in my own language, they'll say the hand that is being lifted is the one they carry. A child, when you approach a child
Yeah.
and you say, hello, baby, he also show a sign that he wants
He wants
daddy
to be
or mommy
carried.
to be carried,
Yes, that's true.
to carry him or her. But when you just say, hello, baby, and it's Steve. So that's what I will encourage most developers to see how they can develop those areas and stop being greedy by carrying their small investment and all want to saturate the city center.
All right, sir. Talking about developers who are being greedy. Now, when you look at the rental value of these city centers, these areas like Guzape we're mentioning, the rent is actually on another level. Now,
Is
compare the rental value of Guzape and the rental value of places like Gogolada or Kwali and the amount of money you put on ground to be able to build those structures. How long will it take a landlord in Gwagwalada to recoup his investment and make profits? Then the investor in the likes of Guzape, how long will it take them to recoup their investment?
There's
If you are
trends.
saying
There's
real
trends in
estate
numbers.
is being priced.
There's trends in numbers,
Okay.
and that's where most of us are missing out. If you neglect something, it will ever remain rejected.
Neglected. It's true.
So then, like I said, there's strength in numbers. If you pull a lot of population down to that place, the same events,
Okay.
the same issue we're having in this center environment
Yes.
will surely prove himself out there too. Because if those areas are now being developed, there are enough houses to be rented out there. Over time, the market will also define itself.
But that will take a longer time, and no investor have that patience to wait.
When you say that will take a long time, because some people money are not very clean. That's why they're looking for a
Some
fast
of them
money.
are getting finances, and they
Who are
pay
giving-
back.
who are
They
giving-
pay
who-
back with interest.
Who is
So the longer this money stays, the higher the interest you pay. So they want to get it
my
done
dear brother,
quickly.
my dear brother.
Yes, barrister.
The discouragement is all regards to we. Let's say popular saying that we men they kill ourselves.
Okay.
If they encourage those people in the rural area,
Yes.
the other areas that people have not put their minds on,
Okay.
the same funding goes around there. Those places will develop. But most of the money in the society, that is where you are thinking that is developed now,
Yes.
they are very much unclean funds.
Barrister said on clean funds.
Yes, they're mostly unclean funds. That's why they're all trying to load it within the city center. That's why. Because I don't see reason why you have to be buying a land for as much as 7-10 billion. I'm in this real estate business. But I beat my conscience sometimes when I get briefs and I hear this kind of amount of money.
These briefs you're seeing in billion, are you referring to just landed properties or buildings that are in billions?
Okay, like you said, if it's just the buildings alone, maybe I'll have my small reservation and not so annoyed like this.
Yes.
But when we talk about land,
Landed property.
land, empty land, what is in the land that's make it up to 7 billion, 10 billion?
Is it a whole district you're referring to? Or
What am I talking? I can send some to you if you're so interested. But how many hectares of land is being asked for to be paid 7 billion, 10 billion?
billion?
That's
Are there gold mines in those lands?
Probably, I don't know if there's anywhere the geographers or so will help us find out that
Empty land
what
that
is
we can
meant to
farm
be
on.
land that needs to be
We
not
can
to be
farm
built on, and it's being sold at 10
But we can
billion.
still farm on those lands.
Yes, for the temporary time.
But yes.
But the truth about it is that if it's the building, I can agree to the fact that okay, maybe some things has been added to it, the
Yes,
finishing,
inflation,
maybe
affected
just less
cost
inflation,
of,
maybe the
cost of building.
there's some maybe some benefits of comfort has been added to the building. That's
Maybe
why
like an helipad.
and all that things, maybe swimming pool, a 10 bedroom, a 12 bedroom.
Yeah.
You can from there, if possible, that's where when you die, you're straight up to heaven. Maybe you now can buy those ones that high cost of money, but
Yes.
just an empty land
Empty land.
where you can find the bandits coming to come and meet you there.
Okay, so maybe if I may understand this clearly, there was a time the new minister in FCT put the cost of C of O to be at, I don't know if it's 5 million or 3 million.
I can't remember
per square
precisely
meter.
too.
So when you factor all this into that property, is it not supposed to amount to like,
But you know that policy
Yes.
never sustained.
oh, it's not in
Yeah,
place
so
yet.
it was not in place. So it was something it was coming from the rivers Rhine area, so where there's quick money also. Maybe thought the land was also the same way.
Yes.
And popularly known that Abuja is comprised of civil servants. So where will they get such money? Except for just the few politicians that have the money in their hands.
So what you're saying now is these properties are being overpriced.
I will say it again, especially the urban areas,
I'm sure developers will not want to hear you say this.
because of the few guilt-greedy ones among them. that all trying to just build only one unit of on 300 square meter and is waiting to get a return of about 1,000 increase.
I know, but if it's built, I'm sure the cost of building material is on the high side. So you should be
No
able
matter
to.
how the cost of building material is on the high side, they just take opportunity of the ones with unclaimed funds. The attraction for developers is that they get a quick sale
And huge return
from that source investment. So most Nigerians are not the lovers of their fellow Nigerians. It's just the selfish part that is being driven by so many developers. Honestly, that's the truth. But if you have concern that you want to make housing affordable for every Nigerians, and God has put you in a privileged position to be in this position, you shouldn't stay back in Gusape alone to be developing unit 1 by your name. I'm not trying to put anybody's name, but you find out like Matthew 1, Matthew 2, Matthew 3, Matthew 4, Matthew 5, Matthew 6. What's Matthew just remain in Gusape for?
That's what's happening.
That's the craziness.
Yes. So I think at the same time too, we will need to also educate people that you do not need to live in the city center for you to live in the federal capital.
Definitely, everybody should know that, but Nigerian is full of fake life, and I won't blame them. I won't blame them. That takes us by our government too. Let them provide security. That's of a concern to every amenities too. But like I said, the amenities that I told you earlier is that the amenity comes with a husband and a wife agreement too. You, as a developer, if you drive the development to those local areas,
Yes.
the government might be bound to follow you down there. Don't wait till when government only infrastructure those areas before a developer will see reason to go to those areas.
But sir, what will it really cost the government to take infrastructure to those areas?
It takes nothing from them,
Okay.
but basically you have a lot within the government purse. But if they see a huge development or a huge population moving to a particular area, the government and the politicians will be encouraged to also announce to the doorstep of the today's government and say, we need to do one or two things around there. I'll give you as an example.
Okay.
I have particularly a location.
Right.
The Kabusa today,
Yes.
few years back, don't have a divisional police station.
That's true.
It's being controlled by Apo
Oh,
divisional police
Apo
station.
division.
But there's a level of,
That's a distance.
you can see,
Yes.
at that time they only have an outpost.
Yes.
But there was a level of serious crime related issues that happens within Kabusa
and growing population.
population.
Yeah.
As a result of that
Right.
automatically drive the government to see reason why that location deserve a divisional police station.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like I said, if it was an empty place, the government will
There
see
won't be
any
need for
reason
that. Yes.
to bring a divisional police station there. When the population is getting high, the crime there is
Will
increasing.
definitely increase.
So that's why I believe in the fact that we don't wait on the government alone. I've given you other example like the estates that happened within Airport Road.
Yes.
If all those estates, if all those developers decide to
Didn't
wait
go there. Yes. Wait for the
for
government.
the government, will the place ever be developed?
At all.
It will never.
All right. We must thank you sincerely for your thoughts and insight into topics whenever we call on you. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it. As a developer, how are you contributing to the affordability of housing in Nigeria? Like our barrister told us, take development away from the city center. The city center has already been saturated. Let's decongest the city center. We have area councils that are yet to be developed. and you are a developer, of course you will get return on your investment.
Definitely.
And you will also be giving back to the society when you make housing affordable and not just as priced as we see now. Take development to the area councils and you will see how that will attract government presence by bringing in infrastructure and a lot of comfort that will make people live there comfortably and still come to work in the city center. So we must thank you sincerely for investing your time with us. Please like, share, and comment, and we will always come your way again with insightful discussions. Keep your real estate journey in check.